Hello everyone, this is Simba from DJI, and I am managing DJI Geospatial Channels and Solutions. Today I'm gonna bring you guys a DJI Enterprise Surveying Solution training to talk about how DJI drones were applied for geospatial applications and the needs. So this is the contents that I'm gonna go through today. So first of all, I'm gonna introduce you guys like DJI Enterprise introduction. Then I'm gonna go to the surveying with UAS, pretty much like how the industries and drones are applied for surveying industries. Then we can go through like from DJI's perspective, like how DJI drones were applied for surveying mappings and and overall pictures. And afterwards, I'm gonna go through all the major industry and the applications of using DJI geospatial products as a tool for a major industry applications. For example, like accident reconstruction, cadastral survey, topographic surveying solutions, vegetation management solutions, mining, and constructions. So first of all, I'm gonna bring you guys a quick overview on DJI. So this is the DJI history from the very beginning on the 2006. We only have like 20 people. Now we're over like 14,000 people, and over 25% are R&Ds, which we invest heavily to develop our products to meet different industry applications and needs. So this is the like DJI Enterprise like product roadmap from like 2015, from like M100, which gonna be a very basic enterprise drones, and customer can build up their own application based on it. Now we're towards to more industry-oriented and more focused products. So for example, there are a few key milestones for DJI geospatial products and solutions. We first come up with Phantom RTK, which is our like really first generation like high accuracy geospatial drones. Can achieve like no GCP, like centimeter level of accuracy. Then we have like DJI Terra, which gonna be like DJI like data processing center, can handle to process the photogrammetry data, LiDAR, and multispectral. And then we have like our multispectral sensor, which is the Phantom 4 multispectral. And towards we have like our DJI flagship geospatial drones, which is M300, plus the flagship payloads for LiDAR and photogrammetry L1 and P1. And we have like MAVIC 3 Enterprise, as right now our DJI small size flagship geospatial products. So let's give you guys a quick overview on surveying with UAS. So those are like few of our key customers, and they're using our drones for their daily operations and how drone can help them to save their time and their cost. For example, like this is Brandon. It's a chief technician officer. Basically what he said, most of the projects we work on, we are using the drone as a tool, as part of suite of tools that serve a function within an individual project. We have been able to consistently validate the drone data against the survey data and create high resolution maps at incredible large scale. And Grant Hagen, it's VDC manager for Bay Group. The aerial footage from drones helps, streamline project management throughout the entire project lifecycle. It only took my team a few days to complete site mapping with drones. This not only accelerates the project planning, but also makes it more precise with more accurate site data. And for DJI Surveying Solutions, and there are pretty much like three major attractive points. One is the affordability, provide cost-effective products, because we don't want to make products too expensive. We want to make it as everyone's tool that they can use drones for their daily operations and to deliver like surveying level accuracy standard with affordable solutions. It's smart. With the highly integrated UAS, easy to use workflow and various of the operation mission types, DJI Surveying Solutions are letting both surveying targeted and non-surveying targeted customers can adopt the workflow easily and quickly get started on their own survey projects. which means that sometimes that flying drones can be really complicated, that they have to design the mission planning by themselves, understand the landscape. But we are building up all the smart features inside of DJI pilots too, which, for example, like real-time terrain follow, build up DSM database, and also like a smart mission planning, for example, like oblique missions, smart oblique captures, terrain follows, corridor mappings. And the last point is, of course, the applicability. Cover more enterprise verticals, allowing the surveying solutions to be applied and adopted in more applications such as forestry management, traffic, reconstruction, nature and water conservancy, emergency management, and more. So when we talk about like DJI, surveying mapping solutions, we're basically divide our products and solutions into three different major focus. First one is the visible light, which is photogrammetry solutions. We have two products. One is our MAVIC 3 Enterprise, which cover the small size, portable solutions, high accuracy, which going to be an upgrade version of the Phantom 4TK. Small enough, and durable enough, and can, the DJI Pilot 2 is the default APPs to control the drones, to do all the mission plannings. Once you collect data, you can import data to DJI Terra to process it. And of course, we have our like advanced photogrammetry solutions, which is M300 plus P1, which is going to be a more higher end products and solutions for like large area and higher efficiency solutions. And the second, the mainstream is the DJI LiDAR solutions, which again, we have like our flagship drone M300 plus the L1 DJI LiDAR sensor. Again, you can use DJI pilots to plan a mission and collect the data, then import data to DJI Terra to process it. And last part, what we have is the multispectral. Again, we have like MAVIC 3 multispectral, which allows customers to capturing data in different multispectral bands, and can, based on different spectral patterns and bands, to do more like vegetation analysis, like NDVI, to understand the healthiness of the vegetations, pollutions, and better help farmers and forestry management to make a smart decision. So this is like, we start to go through like our major products like one by one. So first, start from like M300 RTK. So this is again like DJI flagship enterprise drones, which can cover up to like 15 kilometer maximum transmission range. Drone can fly like 55 minutes, 6 directional sensing and positioning systems, an IP45 rating, and can handle the temperature from -20 Celsius to 50 Celsius. And hot swappable batteries, support both RTKs and PPKs. Also have like UAV health like management systems, which can track the status of the drones, on time. And to equipped with M300 RTKs, that we have our like flagship payloads. For example, this is DJI P1. It's DJI advanced higher end photogrammetry payload, which has 45 megapixel full frame sensor, and also equipped with mechanical global shutter and shutter speed up to 1/2000, and also like 3-axis stabilized gimbal, which can easily to achieve like smart oblique capture, means that while drone was flying, camera is tilting to different angle to capture images, to save time and to make it much smarter. And also, for example, like if we're talking about like efficiency, that we're able to easily achieve, 3 kilometer per square area coverage under a single flight. That we're talking about like 3 centimeter level GSD. But compared with, for example, like a Phantom 4TK, that per flights we're only able to achieve like 1 kilometer per square, which is at least like 3 times faster than the smaller size rotary drones. And this is DJI like LiDAR payloads, DJI L1, it's all-in-one solutions which combine the LiDAR sensor, high precisioning and accuracy level camera sensor, which the camera is same as the Phantom 4TK, and also a high precision IMU systems like all-in-one solutions, which are able to deliver like vertical 5 centimeter level accuracy and horizontal accuracy at 10 centimeter, and which every single flight, because of the M300, can fly much longer. It can cover like up to like 2 kilometers per square. Again, it's at a 3 centimeter level of GSD. And point cloud densities, we're talking about 240,000 effective points per second, and supports 3 returns. And also the maximum measure range is the 450 meters at 80% reflectancy rate. And IP rating is like IP44. Again, it has also like a really unique feature called a real-time point cloud live view, which customers can look at screen and to have a real point cloud data on site, which can help them to better understand the workflow and also job sites. Again, it's all-in-one solutions, and once you collect the data, you can process in DJI Terra. And also, like, if you guys are interested into more detail on every single products, we also have another solution deck which only focus on the products. We'll introduce like each products one by one. For example, like DJI L1, P1, Terra, MAVIC Enterprise. If you guys want to know more detail, you can go to the training deck to understand more in detail. And this is like right now like DJI like small size and flagship geospatial drones, which is MAVIC Enterprise, again, which supports both RTK and PPK and provides like centimeter level of positioning system and flight time up to like 45 minutes with 0.7 seconds time interval photos, which means that drones can fly a lot faster compared to the Phantom 4TKs, which only have let's see like 2.7 second per image. 4/3 like symbol center and 20 megapixel OcuThing 3 enterprise image transmissions up to like again like 17-18 kilometers transmission range, and TimeSync 2.0, which is one of the unique feature for like both the MAVIC Enterprise, M300 RTK plus P1 and L1, because of the TimeSync that we're able to accurately compensate the images and positioning to the center of the camera, which to make it more accurate. And again, it equipped with the DJI D-RTK 2.0 base station, which provide different ways to work at different environment. And of course, I will introduce the D-RTK 2.0 later as well, which also compatible with M300 plus L1 and P1 as well. And all the DJI geospatial drones also support like entry-able account, basically that if customer knows their entry-able account, that they can easily access their entry-able account and use our drones with net RTK options to collect the data as well. And of course, it supports both MSDK and PSDK, same thing as M300 RTK, which enable more possibilities for different vertical industries, for example, like facade mappings and other different unique mission plannings and industries like roof measurements and modelings. And this is like DJI MAVIC 3 multispectral, which again gonna be an upgrade version of the Phantom 4 multispectral. So this time that we actually equip with different sensor. For example, that we have like near infrared red edge, red, green, and also equipped with 20 megapixel 4/3 CMOS RGB camera, which is same as the MAVIC 3 Enterprise. Also equipped them with mechanical shutter. And also the 4 like multispectral bands are at 500 megapixel. No, I mean sorry, like 5 megapixel camera for every single multispectral sensor, like near infrared, red edge, red, and green, which pretty much provides a really good resolution qualities for multispectral analysis. And like I mentioned previously, this is DJI D-RTK 2.0 mobile station, which can compatible with M300 RTK, MAVIC 2 Enterprise, and also support other drones like M210 RTK, Phantom 4 series as well. I mean, like multispectral and RTK, which can become one of the accessories that if customer doesn't have net RTK coverage and they prefer to have a physical base station there, that they can simply position the base station at a null point and enter the coordinate and link the base station to the DJI Enterprise drones and to work from there as well to provide high accuracy solutions. So this is actually one of the cases that we flew the MAVIC 2 Enterprise RTKs to capturing the landscape. But you can see this is the snow erosions that we flew the drones with real-time terrain follow. And once we capturing the data and data being processed in DJI Terra, which can obviously indicates the high res and high qualities of the 3D models, that we can even see all the details of the cracks, landscapes and etc. And so now let's go through all the major industries of using DJI Enterprise geospatial solutions. So first, let me introduce accident reconstructions. The purpose of using UAS in an accident reconstruction scenario is to capture aerial photogrammetry images needed for generating point cloud models to detectives can digitizing the accident scene for further investigation. When traffic collisions happens on road, the evidence needs to be quickly documented and captured, considering the economic cost to the municipalities when the road is shutting down. So basically, right now, by having the drones, that we're able to easily deploy the drones to where the accident happens, that quickly fly the drones to capturing all the data. Then we can have data imported to DJI Terra to reconstruct it. Then we can have a high quality 3-dimensional car accidents, which can help officers to decide all the liabilities and to save time and to make on-site decision quicker and safer. So for example, this is one of the cases that data was captured by Phantom 4 RTK, that 2 cars will crash each other, that we were able to deploy the drones quickly there and flew the area. And we imported data to DJI Terra to process it. Then we're able to process and produce these high quality 3D models. We can see all the numbers and even plate numbers and where the car got crashed, in very high res way. So it's really powerful. And also right now we're having several different recommended solutions for different application needs. For example, car accident reconstruction, since this is not a really large area, and also considering that all the police officers may want to have a smaller size drones which can be more portable and easy to carry. So the MAVIC Enterprise plus DJI Terra could be one of the key solutions for this. Small enough, smart enough, and quickly plan a mission, fly the area, and cloud data processed in DJI Terra all in one there. But again, that if sometimes that accident may not necessarily be car accident, but it could be a large scale disaster accident or whatever it is. If it comes large areas, and if we want to also to do not only mapping and modeling, but also inspection works. Things the P1 has high res camera on it and much larger efficiency level. We are able to produce the drone footages in a large area and fly much longer. So this could be a solution as well. For example, this is another solution which happened in 2017, that a train was crushed and off the roads, that were able to deploy the drones there and quickly capturing the data and processed it all in one there, and to help the officers to decide how to do all the rescue jobs and also save the digitized data for the later applications as well. This is another case from like PEARLAND police. You know, we flew like the MAVIC 2 Enterprise, and we captured data with different like mission planning methods, like, you know, there are like the POIs, and, you know, the aerial 2D map aerial mapping missions, and both that were able to quickly process and reconstruct the car accidents, and save the digitized data for the future applications, and help officers to decide what's the next step. So let's move to more like high accuracy related geospatial solutions. And of course, one of the common applications could be cadastral survey solutions. So when we're talking about like cadastral survey solutions, the purpose of using a UAS during cadastral survey is to capture high resolution aerial photogrammetry images needed for generating accurate surveying level map. Sometimes like cadastral survey could be really complicated, that, you know, when we're talking about like traditional method, that surveyor needs to bring their handheld RTK, walk around, and to, you know, positioning and measuring as many points as possible, which is really time consuming, and also sometimes some areas may not be easily to access, but those are not the point and not the problems for using drones, that we can quickly deploy the drones, fly the area to capturing the landscape, to capturing all the buildings, roads, with all the pixel data. Then we can convert those pixel data to all the points to measure, and to digitize data, to vectorize the data, to produce what we need for cadastral surveying. And of course, for cadastral survey, there are few products will be DJI recommended solutions. If we're talking about like large scale mapping, of course, M300 RTK plus P1 will be a recommended solutions, because it can cover a large area, like I mentioned previously. If you guys want to know more into detail of the DJI P1, we have another training deck, like I mentioned previously. Please go to that training deck to understand more how P1 works, and to save the cost and bring efficiency up to all the industry user. And of course, that if we're talking about like smaller area, for example, if the total area less than, let's say, 5 kilometers per square, maybe the MAVIC Enterprise RTK could be a good solution for it, because portable enough, cheaper, same accuracy, smarter, all in one, and also like you can easily to fly the area and capturing the data, and then bring the data and process it in DJI Terra. So this is one of the cases that we're using like the P1. This is one of the cases from China, Datong city. We're talking about like 10 kilometers per square area using M300 plus the P1. The flight height is 240 meters. We're able to achieve like 3 centimeter per pixel GSD. And flight times, we flew like 9 times one day. We're able to capturing 10 kilometers per square data. And when we process data roughly over around like 6,000 images, and it only took like 9 hours in DJI Terra. And this is, when we placed all the GCPs, you can see all the white dots are all the, the GCPs that were evenly distributed. But we don't use those GCPs to improve the accuracies, and all the GCPs were applied as the checkpoints that were able to measure the RMSE like accuracy for, both horizontal and accuracy, and also the verticals that were able to achieve less than 4 centimeter accuracy for both horizontal and vertical. And this is another cases, again, that's going to be like, one of the case in China, in Anhui. The area is around like 65 kilometers per square, 1 to 1,000 topographic projects. We're using M300 plus P1 DJI Terra. We flew the area again at 260 meters and at 3.3 centimeter GSD. And area covered 65 kilometers per square, 3 days, 28 flights, over like 20,000 images, and only took 48 hours for DJI Terra to process it. Single PC software and single PC computer. And the specs of the computer is 64 gigabyte RAMs and GTX 2028. TI and Intel i7. This is what we are able to deliver for these cases. Yeah, really incredible. And if we're talking about also, this is one of the smaller cases that, we're only talking about like 3.8 kilometer per square, which you can easily see that the flight time is really short, only like 87 minutes and over 2,000 images, like pretty much like, a couple hours, you're able to deliver everything you need. And this is one of the cases that we tested and we applied using the MAVIC 2 Enterprise plus DJI Terra. And well, this is relatively a large area, but sometimes we may recommend customer to use the P1. But this case is still going to be a great case that customer used the MAVIC 2 Enterprise to map over like 15 kilometer per square area at least like 5 centimeter GSD. Like one MAVIC 2 Enterprise, 9 batteries, 150 meters altitude, and 4 centimeter GSD. Single day, 15 flights, we're able to capture in the data set like this, like over 9,500 images within a day and processed it. And this is another case. Pretty much like we're using again like MAVIC 2 Enterprise. We're able to achieve this case within a day. But you can see from the right corner that this is the 2D map that we reconstructed using DJI Terra and data collected by using MAVIC 2 Enterprise. We can see the map qualities and all details are crystal clear there, and also the accuracy is pretty impressive. So now move to like topographic survey solutions, which sometimes not all about cadastrals, but more cases are needed for like landscape measurements and modelings. That's why we have solutions for this. So again, one of the unique products that we can using for like topographic solutions is the LiDAR sensor, was because the abilities to penetrate all the veggies, right? Sometimes if we're doing all the land survey, that we need to to get the data off the ground and remove all the above vegetations like trees and buildings and towers. By having the LiDAR sensor, because of the unique physical feature of the LiDAR, we're able to have different returns that can easily help us to differentiate different landscape and classify it into different classes. So, well, this is like DJI first like all-in-one LiDAR solution like I mentioned previously, which equipped with like high-res, high quality, geospatial camera, which is same as the Phantom 4TK, plus the DJI LiDAR sensor and high precision IMU systems and all-in-one solutions. And one of the key features for this is it's really easy to use. And for other LiDAR products that customer may need to do all the IMU calibrations like manually by themselves, which really increase the the level of the customer's abilities to use the products in the right way. But for DJI One, we actually default build up all the calibrations like automatically. Customers can fly the drones and do all IMU calibrations like automatically. What really need the customers to think is to capturing the data and process it. All the mission plannings, the ways that were built into the DJI pilots, which is make the solutions much easier to use and operate. And of course, we will have another solutions for like high res, right? Especially when we're talking about landscape in different elevation changes at different like large areas, that smart oblique capture may be applied. As you guys can see on the left corner, that while the drone was flying, you can see the camera is tilting to different angles to capturing the data, which one greatly saved the time which allows the drones to only capture the areas that are inside of the job site to make it more efficient. And second was also, since the image was reduced, and will also increase the efficiency while processing the data in DJI Terra as well. And of course that, MAVIC 3 Enterprise could be another solution for it as well. If we're talking about like high accuracy and smaller job sites, the MAVIC 3 Enterprise will be a turnkey solution for them. And this is one of the cases that, it's a creator mission type, which we have such mission planning method built into the DJI pilot as well. This is like 97-kilometer river demarcation solutions. We're using M300 plus P1 and DJI Terra, and with creator missions, and we're able to fly the area among the mountains to capturing the high res of the landscape that you guys can easily see all the snows, rivers, and crystal clear. And to accomplish this project, it took like 13 days with 55 flights by only 2 field operators, which is, if we're talking about the traditional methods, it's not possible at all. And like I mentioned, because landscape sometimes could be really complicated because all the high density of the vegetation coverage, which will be a nightmare for all the photogrammetry solutions, but it's not the case for LiDAR because we're able to easily penetrate all the ground to all the vegetations and through the ground. That by having different returns, we're able to easily to classify the ground and to have the ground features and landscape, and then classify those data set. And to produce like contour lines and other type of the deliverables for the severe applications. Let's move to like vegetation management solutions. So when we're talking about the vegetation management solutions, again, there are 2 types of applications. One, we're talking about like multispectral analysis, right? To understand the healthiness, spectral patterns of the vegetations to better protect and to increase the productivities of all the veggies. A second way to do the vegetation management is like forestry applications that are using LiDAR, because again, LiDAR can penetrate different level, which we're able to capturing, for example, like the biomass and understanding the volumetric and also the tree species and quantities of the trees by using LiDAR as well. So one of the solutions, of course, going to be DJI Mavic 3 multispectral plus DJI Terra, because that we have different multispectral sensor like red, near infrared, red edge, and green, that we're able to easily to capturing the data into different multispectral bands and play around with it to get different vegetation indexes, for example, like NDVI, to better understand the healthiness of vegetations and to make the decision on site quicker, smarter, and also accurate. Of course, LiDAR are one of the tools for forestry applications, and which going to be a great tools for calculating all the tree species and quantities and crown volumetric stuff that, combining with multispectral data, we're able to easily capturing and understand the biomass of the forestry and to understand the status of the forestry to better protect and manage all the resources. So this is one of the case for vegetation management. You can see that by having Mavic 3 multispectral, we're able to easily to understand, also to have the data for RGB, NDVI, GNDVI, LCI, NDRE, and OSAVI, which are all the classic vegetation index indicators to help our customers understand the status of the veggies. And of course that, again, like I introduced these products as before, this is really powerful with 20 megapixel RGB camera and also 5 megapixel for all the different multispectral bands as well. And this is another type of application, like I mentioned, L1, which for forestry management, that this, for example, this job site that we're flight area from 100 to 150 meters, then we're able to capturing and classify how many trees in the forest trees, and by having those data, we're easily to understand all the tree stand count, and we can apply those data for other further analysis, for example, like biomass and other type of applications as well. And again, like I mentioned, all the data, LiDAR, photogrammetry, and multispectral can all be processed in DJI Terra, which make DJI Terra even more powerful as well. And let's move to like a mining solutions overview. Mining side and job side, most of the time it's not really user and human friendly. All the desks and elevation changes and really risky human's life. But again, we still need to do all the surveying mapping type of the job to understand all the cotton fields, where I need to move all the dirts, and to do all the like mining job site like management as well. That's why like drones can be one of the great tools to replace a lot like field work by using drones. Again, like L1 could be one of the tools because LiDAR physically can capture all the points, which will make efficiency much quicker. Once you collect all the points, you can directly measure the volumetric changes of all the piles. And also like sometimes some mining site are like open area with vegetation coverage, which can easily classify into different categories and to understand the landscape. Also the P1, if we're talking about like the mining side with the barren ground in large areas, P1 could be one of the tools to better understand the area and collect data, and also to produce all the points, using photogrammetry, algorithms to understand the areas. Again, customer will need to have a smaller drones for their portable applications, like their drive around applications for some smaller job sites, to better understand the area and to have the quicker walk around and to save time, process the data and deliver it into one person solution. So this is one of the cases for like mining applications. This is DJI L1 plus DJI Terra, because the area was covered by piles, trucks, and trees. We are able to use DJI L1 LiDAR to differentiate different classes and to produce the ground information, which save the cost and also bring high accurate data. Again, the safety is always the key for those type of applications. And lastly, I want to talk about the construction applications of using DJI Geospatial Solutions. The architecture, engineering, construction vertical focus on the construction process from dirt work through building and into facility management and maintenance. Drones provide valuable data from the pursuit stage to plan, build, construction, permits, and inspections, which right now from like our observations that drones were already heavily applied for construction industries, especially for all the cotton fields and dirt movements. Again, it's the same case like the mining side. If sometimes area was covered by vegetation and you may need LiDAR solutions for it. And also if the construction job site is really large, P1 is always going to be an option. But most commonly that customers were using like MAVIC through enterprise was because every single construction job site are relatively at a middle size. And our customers need to drive the car around different job sites to travel, which MAVIC through enterprise make it great products that can be easily carried with them to go to position A to B to C. And of course, because of the high accuracy, easy to use, and all smart features like terrain follow, real time, to make it really powerful solutions and products to capturing all the landscape and to better capturing the data and with more accurate way. Then you can import those data to like third-party, software solutions, for example, like Drone Deploy, Propeller, that they can, based on their design file, to understand all the cotton fields to easily, provide those data insights to decision maker to manage all the ground machines to do all the cotton fields and digging work. So this is one of the case from Gordon Constructions, which MAVIC 3 Enterprise has, captured, well, pretty much like data very quickly, and also like because of the image qualities that we're able to have this data set at a really high res and 2D map and 3D models as well. And this is another cases of the using the DJI P1. This is one of the bridge at 60 meters flat height, and GSD we're talking about like 8 millimeters resolutions, which is multi-oriented flight with a combination of the nadir and oblique images. We're easily able to reconstruct it. This is highly high quality like 3D models there. This is another case. So by using DJI L1 and DJI Terra, we're easily to capturing all the colorized point cloud data and processed it in a much quicker way, because LiDAR is direct measurements of all the points, not like photogrammetry. You need to calculate state, which will save a lot post-processing times as well. On the left side, it's one of the refinery construction area that by using LiDAR, because sometimes like photogrammetry to reconstruct those complicated piles and will be really hard, but not the case for LiDAR, because it's a direct measurement. When we fly the area, that we're able to easily to understand all the positioning information and all the the buildings and other type of things. And the right side is actually DJI new headquarters, Sky Cities. Right now we have already moved to our new Sky City headquarters, but during the reconstructions that we can see how we are using our drones to help and apply to help our construction progress, to better understand the progress and status, to help to build this building as well. Yeah, so this is all DJI like enterprise solutions for geospatial industries and applications. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Have a great day. Thank you guys.